Have you ever experienced this before? That you have played a game you think are really good, and you wanted your grandparents to try this game by themselves. But every time they try out a game you suggest them, they think it's too hard, even those with the simplest control ever. That's why I wanted to introduce you all to super easy video games for the older generation. And what is that, you might ask? Well, it's a game made specifically for old people who think video games are too hard or never played video games at all. Super Easy Video Games for the older generation is a minigame collection with 50 different minigames sorted in 5 different categories. They may look like they are hard to play, but once they get their hand on the minigames, they will realize that they are easy to play. To make sure that the elders is getting a good experience from playing the game, most of the minigames button actions has been reduced. For example, if there's a game where the elder player only needs to press 2 buttons to progress through the game, it will be more than enough for them to do it. But if it's a game where they need to press a lot of buttons, it can be too much for them, and they will definitely forget all the button functionality. Every time the elder player wants to play a minigame, they will get a quick tutorial video on how to play the minigame. These tutorial videos are easy and clear to understand because there are no disorienting effects, no music in the background, just straight up a white background where it only shows what buttons you have to press and the minigame itself. The tutorial videos are made for any elders with any kind of difficulties of using technology. For example, some elders do know the basics of using a keyboard, like using the arrow keys to move an object around and space to jump. But some others don't even know how to use a keyboard at all, and there can be many reasons. This game can be played with either a keyboard and mouse or a controller. Depending on which one of them you are using, the game will automatically change the tutorial videos to this one you are using right now. If you are using a keyboard, the tutorial videos will show how to play these mini games with the keyboard control. And if you're using a controller, it will show how to play the mini games with the controller. Well, now it's time to introduce all 5 categories and all the mini games. Miscellaneous Games is a category with no specific topic. Here you can try a lot of random minigames. For example, you can drive super fast in ultra speed racing, run away from a dinosaur in a long hallway, jump across different obstacles in a forest, playing a 2D platformer game but the camera focuses on a big wall instead, reach the goal before the time runs out, prevent a warplane from destroying these houses, fight against a bunch of aliens on a UFO, you can create your own pizza, spin the wheel to get the puzzle pieces, throw some darts to win a plush toy. If the elders are the type that likes retro stuff, retro style games are the perfect category for them. Here they can try out some tennis, golf, or even baseball. They can also shoot some spaceships in this arcade style space shooter minigame, race around in this retro styled racing minigame, Try to steal the farmer's apples without getting caught. Eliminate a bunch of aliens that are trying to take over this building in this retro-styled first-person shooter minigame. Try to escape from prison in this 19-style 3D minigame. Try to catch students that are trying to skip school. Or deliver a mail to a specific house in this old-school style film-made minigame. If the elders want to challenge their brain, puzzle games are the perfect category for them. Puzzle games has puzzle minigames and luck-based minigames. They can play a really normal jigsaw puzzle, play tic-tac-toe with another physical person, remove the blocks from the tower without letting the tower collapse in Jenga, play the well-known car park puzzle, send a water drip through a long pipe, but only one of the pipes leads to the right direction, move around in a dark labyrinth, escape from spiders, but only one of the doors leads to a trap. Try to guess which doghouse gets the most dogs. Guess which ball would fall all the way down to the bottom of the ball arena. Make sure that the packages reach from in to out without the packages falling down. Imagine that the elder player is alone, and there's literally no one nearby to help him out. But don't worry, of course the elder player won't be alone to get some help, cause there'll be someone to guide the player throughout the whole game. Let me introduce you all to Jacob. He's the one that will guide the player throughout the whole game.
Hi.
He's actually the one that tells the elder player how to play the minigame in those tutorial videos. Now, since I introduced Jacob to you, I can now introduce you to the fourth category. Jacob is not only there to help you out, but you can also have some fun with him in his own category. You can play some memory game with him, or playing some Ludo or Snakes and Ladders with him. Press the buttons in the rhythm of the piano. Try to memorize how his head looked like and build his face from part to part. See how fast you can pump an air balloon. Test yourself how fast you can react. The lights went out and you need to go inside the basement to find new fuses. While I reveal Jacob, I will also reveal a new Oh, right, I almost forgot. This is Figurine Jacob, a little toy version of Jacob. Which brings me now to the fifth and last category. Unlike Jacob, Figurine Jacob jumps into wild and dangerous minigame. Chase a lizard in a desert, run and jump in a house, or in the forest. Escape from a big shark while you're trying to reach the goal. Climb up a tower as a 2D character. Find a UFO and destroy it. Avoid a giant monster's attacks. Defeat a giant dragon from the underground. Jump around on ice floes to reach a ship. Or keep running upward to reach the goal. Figurine Jacob also shows up in one of Jacob's minigame in his category. For example, Jacob can race against Figurine Jacob in this arcade-style minigame. Or in this minigame here, Figurine Jacob is here to help Jacob finding 4 guitars buried in the sand. Well, That was all the categories and all the minigames. But we're not done yet, cause there's one important feature I want to introduce you to this game. If the elder players begins to struggle in a minigame by dying over and over and over again, don't give up. If the minigames are still too hard for the elder player, there is a feature in this game called Assist Mode. Assist Mode can automatically detect if the player begins to struggle in a game, and when it does, it will help the elder player to progress through the game. Assist Mode behaves differently in every minigame, but most of the minigames it behaves mostly as a giant hand trying to lift up the player, or a bunch of arrows showing where the player should go. Keep in mind that some minigames do not support Assist Mode, mainly because it's not necessary or it will be cheating if there was Assist Mode. But if the elder player wants to challenge themselves, they can change the difficulty of Assist Mode in the settings. Assist Mode has 4 different settings to change. For example, the highest settings is: if you die 2 times, Assist Mode will help you. If you die 5 times, Assist Mode will begin to help you. If you die 10 times, Assist Mode will begin to help you. Or if you don't want any help at all, you can turn Assist Mode completely off. Well, that was all we've had for super easy video games for the older generation.